What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wayne. We back in the building with a pot of balloon, a fine love video.
You ugly motherfucker.
Anyway, figured I'd return back to Arlette's joints, you know what I mean?
You
After she done
ugly
sniped me out the
motherfucker.
sky. But I was doing this episode, so I figured I'd keep going with it. So let's get it.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome
You
in.
ugly motherfucker.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
My name is Keegan,
Keegan, how old are you?
37.
And where are you from?
From Trinidad and Tobago, greatest place on earth.
Okay, very nice. What do you do?
Greatest place on it. Greatest place on it. Not Earth, man. Greatest place on Earth. I'm just messing with you, bro. I shout out to everybody from the islands. My wife is from the Virgin Islands, if y'all don't know. So, yeah. But anyway,
From?
From Trinidad and Tobago, greatest place on earth.
Okay, very nice. What do you do?
Well, I'm a qualified and experienced plant process technician and operator.
Okay.
10 years ago, I ventured into entrepreneurship. So I own my own automotive repair and maintenance company.
Very
I
cool.
also have a trucking company.
All
And I
right.
recently did my first real estate deal. It was a flip, which was very lucrative. So I'm going to be looking forward to that as a source of income in my
Nice.
life as well.
Okay. And what are some things you like to do
shout
for
out
fun?
to you, bro. You out here
I
hustling.
love to do everything that takes me away from work, mentally and physically. So I love mountain biking.
Shout out to everybody who's got a business of some sort. You know what I mean? I aspire. I'm never going to get on the internet and tell somebody I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, I have business ideas that I'm hoping pan out and work out for me, but I'm in the beginning stages of getting all these like off the ground. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to everybody who's got any type of business, anything like that. So yeah, shout out to y'all. You know what I mean?
I love cycling. I love to do hiking. I love traveling. I'm a Caribbean guy, so I love food. I love the beach. We have the best beaches in the world. I love music. Chris Brown has been my favorite artist since I was 16. I'm 37 now, so that's quite some time. Movies, I love movies. I always wanted to be an actor as a kid, so I was aspired to be act comedic roles. I love Kevin Hart. I love Mike Epps. I love
Okay.
Tyler Perry. So that kind of thing. I would love to be an actor one day. So
Nice.
that's one of the things that I love and I'm passionate about. I love movies.
Okay. And what do you look for in a woman?
I look for someone who's religiously grounded. I look for someone who's confident. I love ambitious women. An ambitious woman is one of the most powerful, strong women you can come across. And I love ambitious women. I love a woman with a good sense of humor. I'm naturally a comedic guy. I love a lot of shit. So anyone who could laugh and have a good time, yes, that's one of the qualities I look for mostly.
All right. And what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers for me is someone who has zero interest in their religion, someone who's unnecessarily argumentative or confrontational, someone who just doesn't have a good sense of humor or
Okay.
they're someone who just doesn't have a good sense of humor and they're unwelcoming in terms of their personality.
Okay. All right, got it. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's head down there and see
Straightforward.
why
My
she
man
ended
know how
up
to articulate himself. You know what I mean?
popping. Okay, let's start with your name and age.
My name is Jackie and I'm 36 and I pop because I'm not the match. I'm a little aggressive, so I could be honest about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you mean by you're kind of a little aggressive?
Cause I may feel like I gotta give you a little lip, That's just me. So I'm gonna be honest.
I see the face. Now is she someone that's your type?
To be honest, she's nice. I don't have any issue with how she carries herself or how she appears. I like the fact that she's honest and she said that she'll probably whoop my ass. I appreciate you letting me know that up front because I would not like to be beaten after the show, so I appreciate it.
Thank
At least everybody can laugh it off. You know what I mean? The whole thing about somebody not giving lip, I don't know. Don't nobody want to argue with nobody, but I ain't got no beef with it. That's just me and my personal opinion. Like I'm at a stage in my life where I'm never gonna argue with like my wife or anybody like that. It's just I'm gonna do things the way I need them done. If I need your input or your your assistant with it, then I'm gonna let you know. But if not, if you decide to not give it to me or like we have to go this back and forth route, I'll just end the conversation right there and then continue on doing what I'm doing by myself. That's just me and my personal opinion. Because I feel like I got friends that I gotta argue with. I feel like I have people who want me to change and be a certain way to so that I can appease whatever fucking ego investment they got in me. No, but I don't know. At least somebody's open and honest about it. So shout out to her for being honest about it. But I mean, lip is lip. You know how somebody feel about it is how somebody feel. I never would want to be with nobody who doesn't say their opinion, but I also don't. I'm not gonna be with somebody who thinks that their opinion is like I have to fold due to them giving their opinion. Like that's worse. You know what I mean? Because then I'm dimming my light. Somebody else can shine or somebody else can approve of me. Meanwhile, I can't judge these people on whatever metric I choose to judge them on, but they can judge me on not following what they want me to do. To me, that isn't right. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But shout out to her.
All right, we did get a pop back over here. Your name and age.
My name's Saniqua. I'm 34.
All right, and Sneeko, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'll have to say maybe the outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's wrong with the fit?
The shirt is kind of tight. I like a looser fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, they gonna get you out of here because you'll fit, bruh. Come on, bruh.
Well, you finna find out your barbecue with your little ass ugly as hell on my mama, boy.
That's crazy. I mean, you sharp, whatever.
And now she's
but
someone that's your type.
She's an attractive lady. She speaks well. She sounds very confident in herself. Definitely, she's a looker. She seems well put together.
Thank you.
All right, we are down to 4 on pop balloons. Go ahead and ask our remaining ladies a question.
All right. So I would like to ask, what do you guys do professionally, and is family a big part of your life, and how do they synchronize together?
Okay. Your name and age first, and then answer to his question.
Imani, I'm 34. I'm what I call a beautypreneur. I'm an esthetician, aesthetics instructor. I have 2 different locations of salon suites, an aesthetic school, and I train individuals. I help people open their own businesses. I do a few other things, but family's huge to me. I definitely like to incorporate family into every aspect that I can. I have lots of family members that work for me and things of that nature. I think makes the puzzle pieces it fits right. People that you can trust.
Let's go down
Lovely
here.
answer.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
LaShawn, 38. And what I do for a living, I'm a control manager for a financial institution. And family is also very important to me. I don't know if I take that as the traditional sense of family, because to me, family is not necessarily blood. I feel like as the years have gone on, I have created my own family with a lot of people that I've met and gotten really close with over the years. But all in all, family is a very important part of my life.
Beautiful.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I'm 38. I work for Los Angeles County Department of Health Services, and I think to me, how I've incorporated like family and work is just that I know when to stop working and when to like spend more time with my family and stuff like that. Holidays are coming up and they're very huge to me. So my thing is like I try to incorporate me going to see my family and stuff like that because I'm from Memphis. And just spending a lot of time with them because I feel like spending time with them is more important than like sometimes working, building other people's dreams. You kind of forget about the people that matter the most to you. So I try to make sure that's a big priority for me.
Understood.
Your name and age and answer to his question.
John.
ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess I feel that answer like because I'm stuck between that world. Like I just realized maybe for me, because my situation, of course, everybody's situation is different, but for me myself, right, I got a family and I've put a lot of my wants, needs, and drives on the back burner, or I just stopped them. I never really was the person who'd be like, hey, I need this, or we're gonna do this and this, that, and the fourth, because I had a family. And now I'm realizing as you get older, you don't really have family. You just have people you're related to that need you to kowtow to like their wants, needs, and desires. That's the reason why I always tell people do what's in your best interest first, because I can be related to somebody by blood, but if I have to interact with you a certain way or interact with you to your standard for us to be cool or for us to talk or for us to get along, then I don't consider that. I guess I consider that person family because we're related, but I don't consider that person like a loving family member. You know what I mean? Like, if I have to do what you want me to do, my biggest thing in the world is if I have to do what the individual wants me to do for us to be cool, then no, that's not going to work for me. No, like at this point in my life, it's not going to work for me. Um, because everybody has their do's and don'ts, their things that they will allow and not allow. So if you're not gonna be open and honest and just allow me to be me around you, then I don't need to be around you. You know what I mean? Because the opposite side of that is when I want or need you to be a certain way around me, I can't ask that of you. Then you're gonna him and haw. You're gonna throw a fit because I'm saying, hey, don't do this or don't like. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I realize this. Family is who you make it. It's not just the people you're born with. You know what I mean? So, cause I got close friends that I would consider family. Um, just because I don't have to fake the funk with some of them, you know what I mean? But and then you got to get rid of family because family be wilding out doing other shit and then expecting you to be a certain way or do certain things, and that to me I just don't agree with. So, not for another human, you know what I mean? No, especially like a friend or somebody that's like not direct family, like your brother, sister, mother, father, or spouse, or your kids. Like, no, definitely not gonna do that for everybody outside. But those people who are inside that list of people I just gave, yeah, I'm gonna give them more leeway. But
Erica, and I'm 34. So I'm an attorney and I also event plan and decorate on the side. Of course, being an attorney, I'm the person that everyone calls for advice. So I may not always know the answer, but if I don't, I'll try to, figure out the answer. I do work remotely, which allows a lot of flexibility with my schedule. So anytime I'm available, they need something, I'm there. My nephews, they play sports, so I'm there, soccer games, anything of that nature, but I love spending time with my family.
Excellent.
All right, let's head back this way. We did get a pop balloon. All right, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think you seem like a great man. I think it's more so just the body type and the outfit.
Well, you finna find out your barbecue with your little ass ugly as hell on my mama, boy.
I'm not gonna say anything about his body type because somebody could say something about my body type or whatever. But I always say like I don't think people should go. I don't think guys should go on the Pop the Balloon show unless you know for a fact you that dude. You know what I mean? You. I say if you're above 6 feet, you're in shape and you got hair, or even if you're bald, whatever. But if you got hair, even better because girls are gonna look for attraction up front. Guys are gonna look for physical attraction up front. But and I've just seen too many times where people get popped even before they say anything because they're either too big or way too skinny or way too short or you know what I mean. And even when the guys are on Arlette had one show maybe more recent like the last couple months where it was a big guy on the panel of dudes and every girl would pop his balloon saying that they weren't physically attracted to him. And to me, it sucks seeing it, but I understand it. It is what it is. You gotta look a certain way to people. It is what it is. But ain't nothing you can. I'm not gonna say ain't nothing you can do about weight or anything like that. Yes, there's something you can do, but certain things you can't do. Like me, for example, like I'm blind in one eye and I wear like a thicker glasses prescription, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't wear contacts right now just because of my prescription. I probably could maybe in the future or something like that. I can't have LASIK done, and we don't currently do fucking eye transplants from give me a dead dude's eye so I can see 20/20. We don't do any of these things. So for me, I'm just gonna have to look this way, which is fine. I have to live with it. It's my only real shortcoming, and there's ways around it. But
And now is she someone that's your type?
She is a lovely lady. Unfortunately, my sister is almost identical to you. I walked out, I saw her, and I was like, oh shit. She looks just like my sister. But my sister's a beautiful young lady, and I could acknowledge that. So you are just as much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Be very respectful.
All right, so we are down
you know
to
what I mean?
3 unpop balloons. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay. What goals do you think you've possibly set for yourself to achieve within the next 3 years, 3 to 5 years, personally and career-wise?
Okay. So what personal and career goals they have for the next 3 to 5
Yes,
years?
correct.
Okay, let's start here.
So my goals that I plan to accomplish in the next few years, I would say 3 F's: faith, fitness, and finances. Finances, because I want to own a home soon, so that's something I'm working towards. Fitness, I have a
Get a rental home. If you ever are financially stable to get a home, get a rental home. Gone are the days we just gonna have these homes and we gonna live at the top of our budget and shit like that. Like that's something that I fucking regret. You know, I regret getting in the home that we got now, me and my wife got now, even though we're good and whatever, you know what I mean? Like the home has value in it or something like that. But I regret making money come in from the home because having that, and especially once if everything would have happened like it happened with COVID and stuff like that, we could have had so much more money. We could have had recurring money coming in, moved out of our rental, got into a real home that we wanted when everybody's getting evicted out of their fucking homes. So the prices of homes are going down. We have more money coming in from our home, so we can get a home for a steal, you know what I mean? And it just, it sucked because we didn't do that, and I regret it. So I tell anybody who wants to get a home, get a rental property. You don't need just a stay at home. You don't need a regular home for you and your family, especially if you ain't got one. If you're single, go get a rental property. At this point in life, as we're clearly seeing, money is more important than all these fugazi ass things we want in our life, like all these extra things, these extra trips, amenities, stuff like that. Get money. Money is more important than all of that stuff. Because money is the metric money is the thing that you're going to use to pay for everything else. You know what I mean? Even fitness, like, you know what I mean? You want to get in shape, get some money so you can eat better food. So you don't have to eat cheap food, or you can get a personal trainer, or you can get a nutritionist who can custom make your food so you can lose the weight. Or if you want to get a better car, get your money up so you can afford to pay for a car outright. Or if you want to get a home, get a rental property so you have more income coming in, and then after a year you can cash out, refinance, or however you want to do it, and then get into a newer home. See what I'm saying? But people just, I wish I knew this. I know it now, and that's why everything I do now is geared toward making more money. In every facet. I have business ideas that I've always kind of casually worked on, but now like I'm full-fledged into it. I'm about halfway done writing my book at 37, I have a brand that eventually I'm going to run ads and try to get more designs and actually push and try to get sales and stuff like that. I'm doing these things now. I wish I'd have done these things when I was fucking 17 years old, but I'm 37. And, of course I worked and did everything, but now I realize the importance of it. That's why I tell everybody, get money. Focus on getting money. You know what I mean? Of course, yes, your faith, yes, keep faith high, but everybody else BS is around with that anyway. So I am going to say keep your faith high, but you ain't going to follow the rules of the damn Bible anyway. You're going to follow the rules of the Bible that you want to follow, which is fine with me. But do that and get money. Everything outside of that should be getting money, in my opinion.
Son, and I want to be here and be healthy as long as possible so that I can be with him for as long as possible. And faith, because I am working on my relationship with God. So those would be my 3 goals.
Great.
No, is it personal and career? Were those personal and career all in one, or?
As far as career,
She said the financial part first.
I'm pretty good where I am in my career. I'm always looking to be better, do better. So just to go to the next level, I would say, as far as career is concerned.
Great.
Thank you. Let's go on over here.
Hi, Tiffany. So for me, I think a personal goal that I have is I've always loved to cook. So I've recently taken culinary arts classes, and I want in the next 3 years I want to start like some type of like small restaurant. Um, and expand on that. The other thing is like I do go to the gym and stuff like that, so I don't want to be more fit and just spending more time with my family. I think family is very important, so that's something that I want to do, especially since I feel like my parents are getting older. I want to spend more time with them.
Great.
And your personal and career goals.
Okay, so I'll start with personal. One is I've been spending this year working towards becoming more financially free. So I think over the next 3 years, I want to continue working on that because my goal is, of course, to become debt free. So I want to keep, grinding and, until I get to that. Also, I do want to become a homeowner, so that's on my list. Career wise, just continue advancing. I kind of go back and forth about whether or not I want to open up my own firm. So that's kind of, a possibility. But just, continue advancing, climbing the corporate ladder.
Excellent.
All right, let's head back.
And I guess another thing I'll just say about the 3 to 5 years about financial goals is, listen, they just ended the, what do you call that shit? Not the shakedown, I said shakedown, the government shutdown. So we just came off of the second largest government shutdown. So I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it. I always say it in all of my videos. Focus on getting to the bag. That's why I love CGA and his messaging so much. It's focus on getting to the money, because I'm not saying you have to just be career goal in oriented in mind, but what I am saying is don't get stuck at a career where you think you're just going to be good the rest of your days. They could shut down, and now we have federal workers going to work for damn near a month and a half, not getting a paycheck. Imagine working for the federal government, a position you had to kick, scream, claw at to get, whether through degree or luck, and then you ain't getting paid for 6 weeks. Meanwhile, your insurance is still billing you. Your home you still got to pay for. Every other bill and debt you got to pay for. And on top of all these things that you still have to pay for while you're not receiving money, the cost of everything in life is going up. So that's why I always tell people, I tell my audience, the very few audience members that I have, go get to the money. I've tried to tell my friends, bruh, go create a YouTube channel. You ain't got to do what I'm doing. I'm only doing this because it's more viral, and it was kind of like something that I kind of just kind of fell into. I'm trying to mix in other content. Like the other day, I just did a stream on. I've done several streams, like even when rest in peace Charlie Kirk. I've done a couple streams on that. I had the stream on the sports gambling thing. They just fucking went away, as we clearly see. That's why I say focus on money, because these people doing these things, they're gonna get their money by any means necessary, and then the moment you shine the spotlight on it, they just gonna act like it ain't happened. It's funny, right? Literally 3 weeks ago, the biggest story in the world was sports gambling, and all of a sudden it just fucking went away. It just went away. So that's why I tell people focus on getting to the money, because that's what everybody else is doing by any means necessary. Um, and so do that, and then outside of that, what you could also do is try to look for business opportunities that you can get. So whether I wouldn't say certifications, because the college education thing is kind of dying. Learn to get good with technical skills, stuff like Zapier, where you can do automating um, things. So let's say you get an email, it fills out a report on Excel, and it emails that to your friend, or you get a sale from your website, and it generates a personal email address that props in the name of the email person, and sends them that with their own like a gift card or its own like QR code for 10% off, something like. Learn how to use Zapier as a good piece of software. Anybody can learn the code, because like Python, I mean, you can learn Python for free, like free code camp or anything like that. I would say get a course so you can actually get more. They have guided ways to try to teach you, but learn something like that, because I'm not saying you're going to get a developer job overnight, because you're not, but you will learn how to interact with tools and softwares that come out in the future. That way you can manipulate them to your desire. I mean, look at all these AI videos from Sora we got on the internet. So learn how to Learn how to deal with AI in whatever capacity you want. I say learn Python. Definitely learn Zapier. That can help you out in your personal life way much better. It can help you out professionally way much better. And yeah, just look for business opportunities that you see. Everybody should have a YouTube channel doing whatever. Whatever you're good at, whatever you're interested in, talk about it. Because you never know. You can make big money from it. Some of the biggest channels, you will not believe, some of the biggest channels on YouTube are about fishing. Motherfuckers going out there on a boat, a yacht, throwing reels in the water and just waiting to catch something. And people are watching that shit and they're making millions of dollars. So I don't want to hear this whole, man, I ain't got it in me to be a YouTuber, bruh. Look at me. 37-year-old bald, blind in one eye, ain't got money, bruh. Bruh, I'm doing it, so why the fuck can't you do it? Get to the money. It don't matter, whatever you're interested in, do videos about it. Talk about it. Stream about it. Do something, you know what I mean? Sell products. I mean, we got Printify. We got ways for you to monetize. If you got any type of audience, we got Printify. If you want to go there, you can have a website like Shopify. Have the design the clothes on Printify, put the links on Shopify, connects to your Shopify. So when somebody goes to your website, buys a shirt, Printify gets the notification, mails them the shirt, and you get the like the leftovers. Let's say it's $20. Your shirt online is $20. Well, it costs you 12. So when somebody buys it, you pay $12 to have it made. You don't make it. The company makes it, mails it to the person, deals with returns and all that, and they just give you the kickback once a week of whatever your $8. And you can have that for hundreds of thousands of people. You can get a clothing brand off the ground like that. If I'm not mistaken, that's how Supreme, all these bigger brands started off just like that. You know, you can create a book if you have knowledge areas about anything. You can teach about those knowledge areas on YouTube. Do something, bro. Figure out some way to. We're going into a technological age, and this whole I don't want to learn tech and shit. That's for the birds. So
Back this way, I'm going to hand
that's
you
what
a
I'm gonna say.
pick.
Okay.
There you go.
you.
And I'm going to have you pop one balloon.
All right.
Uh-oh. All right.
My
So
man
why
was
was your
not
balloon
playing with
unpopped?
Ugly motherfucker.
My man smacked the hell out of that balloon, bro. Watch that shit again. My man jumped to do it, bro. Look at his feet get off the ground, bro.
Uh-oh. All right. So why was your balloon unpopped?
He's an attractive man, and then also, I was interesting, and then I like the fact that he mentioned Chris Brown, and I'm a Chris Brown fan too, so thought we would have something in common.
Okay, got it. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
She's a lovely young lady. She seems well put together. She's a bit quiet. She seems a bit shy, but I have not been able to speak to her further than what we have. So just based off of that initial assumption, that's why I popped her balloon.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. We are down to 2 unpopped balloons. Go ahead and ask our remaining ladies another question.
All right, ladies, what are your thoughts on marriage, and would you like to be married?
Start there.
Here we go, bro.
Ain't nothing worse than a smart dumb nigga.
This is what I call a useless question. Of course, a woman wants to be married, bruh. What woman don't want to be married?
Head back. So what are your thoughts on marriage, and would you like to be married?
My thoughts on marriage, I'm a wife. I'm just waiting to be found. So, yes, I do want to get married one day.
Lovely.
Yes.
What about here? Name an age and answer to this question.
LaShawn, 38. My thoughts on marriage, I really respect the entity of marriage. I would love to be married, but it's not something that I take very lightly. So I would definitely have to make sure that me and the person who chooses to take that step are really in alignment about what a marriage really is and what it takes to really preserve a marriage, because, you know, it's cool when things are good, but things aren't always good. Sometimes.
I agree, but the problem with this whole ordeal is you got to realize that you don't control the other person, and that's the biggest reason why in my personal reason that I think marriages break up is because the other person thinks that they're going to control the other person. So the guy is not going to control the woman, but the woman 9 times out of 10, in my opinion, probably thinks they're going to control the guy. So if the guy, let's say the guy, I don't know, he like playing basketball with his friends. Well, when they're single and they're dating, that's cool. But then he gets married, and then the woman's like, "Stop going out and playing basketball with your friends. You're too old to do that." And he still goes. Well, now that causes a whole big rift, and it's like, bruh, he going to play basketball. You don't own any of that shit. You don't own him. You don't own his right to be able to go play basketball, and vice versa. That's why I'll tell you, I'm never going to argue with nobody ever again about anything. I'm just going to do what I need, do what I'm doing, and they're going to have to accept it. And I'm not saying that I'm gonna do anything against anybody, because I'm not gonna perform in malice of anybody, but I'm also not gonna perform outside of my best interest. That's what I'm unwilling to do. I'm unwilling to perform out of my best interest. And I'm not gonna do that. Because the other person is not gonna do that, especially in marriage. And that's just my thoughts about it. So that sounds fun and dandy now, and y'all, I'm not coming down on the women. I'm just saying that sounds fun and dandy now. It sounds like it should work, or it shouldn't be no big thing, but we'll see what happens after y'all get married, I guess.
Sometimes things get bad. So you really have to be able to find someone who's willing to weather that storm with you and who's really ready to like go to bat. So
Yeah, but go to bat and you don't control. That's the biggest thing. Realize you don't control. So when you say somebody should go to bat for you, you don't get to control how they do that. You can have that conversation before you get married, but you don't get to control how that's done. Let's say one person wants to go to marriage counseling and the other person doesn't. Well, you don't get to force somebody to go to marriage counseling. What type of goofy shit you think you can do? You think you want to force somebody to go to marriage counseling? What if he said, "All right, I come home and he's going to force you to, eat his meat up." Can he do that? You see what I'm saying? So you can't force somebody to do something that you want them to do. You can do one of those 3 options I say: comply, compel, or concede. Work with the person. If you can't work with the person, then concede. Realize you're not going to get that. But that's just my opinion.
yeah.
Great.
All right, ladies, any questions for him? Oh, she's already ready. We'll be back.
So I have a question. Because you mentioned how the young lady next
Somebody
to me
asked
comes
about
off
kids.
a little shy.
Please, somebody ask if does anybody have kids, because I ain't no way I don't believe none of these people got kids. Because then that's actually going to put the previous question in proper perspective. Because you have all these grand ideas about marriage, and then here you are. I mean, if you got kids, but we'll see.
And quiet. What does that mean for you?
For me, shy and quiet is nice, but I'm a bit outgoing. I like someone who I can really laugh hard, talk with. I love to talk shit. I know I said that before. But I also want someone who, when I need to be serious, we have goals to set, we have goals to achieve, we can do that. So I really like someone who I can have both with. That's what I'm looking at.
I'm thinking. So would you prefer someone who's more extrovert versus introvert?
I prefer a very nice mix.
Why did that happen?
I'm 100% introvert. And it was a thought initially because I don't really have a sense of humor. Like, I'm very sensitive. So jokes can sometimes hurt my feelings. I've been told a time or two that I don't know how to take jokes because I am type A, very serious. I can have fun, but it may clash. So that's why I popped.
Understood.
Yeah, definitely.
Understood.
And now, is she someone that's your type, Deb?
She's nice. She seems very cool. She seems well-rounded. She has a career going for her and whatnot. She seems very cool. But definitely the fact that you said you're highly introverted.
Yes.
That's, we would have probably not got along for any time we left the set. So I don't mean to sound bad, but
No, it's okay. I get it. Especially the whole comedian thing, like from past experiences, like, no, we wouldn't.
Understood.
Yes,
Understood.
got it.
Understood.
Thank you, though.
All right, let's head on back
At least there's honesty, you know what I mean?
this way. Any questions for him?
I do have a question. So when you think of your ideal mate, what are some of the qualities you would want that person to have?
He asked that. She answered that he answered that in the very beginning when he walked out. But let's hear it again.
That's an excellent question. I would like someone who's outgoing, but knows when to be introverted, according to what the young lady said. I like someone who has natural maternal instincts, kind, loving, caring, but she also has to know how to be assertive when necessary. I have no issue with a woman who can take charge when she needs to, or if she feels the need to. I support that, and yeah, that's more or less it. I really want someone who can gel well with me, and that's more or less the type that I look for in terms of the qualities.
Okay, I have another question. Can I ask? Okay, so what would you say are you more of a direct communicator or a little more reserved when it comes to communication?
I believe I'm more direct. I believe that communication is something that can bring people together. It can make a relationship beautiful. It can make a union beautiful. And without that proper communication, then it could fall apart. So I prefer to be honest. I prefer to communicate, and I prefer to just let us gel on that level together.
Can I ask one more question? All right, last one. Do you have any children?
I have a twin, boy and girl. They're 6 years.
There it go, right there. See, that's what I'm talking about, bruh. This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the exact shit I'm talking about, bruh. Y'all come on this show left, right, and center talking about God and marriage and this, that, and the fourth. Meanwhile, you're coming into it half-ass. You're coming into it already with kids. You're coming into it, bruh, y'all, I call y'all after the fact of this. After the fact of this. After the fact that you done already lived your life the wrong way, then you want to be over the top, preaching from the mount about God and Christianity, which is fine. I'm good with that. But don't go on the show. Don't say it when you first interact with people, so there's the first impression people get of you. And I rather, in my brain, how I think, I rather you either make a honest first impression or you're not. You're either honest first impression or you're more reserved, and then I actually get to see how you are versus you just coming out here saying, okay, your first impression is this. I'm a God-fearing man or I'm a God-fearing woman. I do this, that, and the fourth. To me, I think it's not distasteful. It is what it is because I'm not humping none of these people. But what I'm saying is I never believe it. And I always feel like the people who are the biggest about it are the biggest, not frauds, but the biggest people who haven't lived their life right. And I never was that way because I'm the person who just always says, be honest. I never said don't change. I just said be honest. So I know that life changes. I know you're going to have feelings about somebody today and then you're not going to have feelings about them tomorrow. I get all of that. But y'all come out here saying, y'all love bringing God and like all that into the direct meaning of a woman, and it's not supposed to happen like that. You're not supposed to meet a woman in this type setting anyway, but y'all try to come out here and present holier than thou, and then it come to find out you got kids or ex-wives or ex-husbands, and like this is not on the guy or the girl. This is just on people in general. Y'all got to stop doing this. Y'all either just have to be honest or quit coming out here swinging the God flag from the top of whatever, thinking that everybody's going to believe it. Just for somebody to ask the question, like, how many kids you got? And then you say you got 2 kids. And I'm not bad-mouthing the guy. I'm just saying this is predictable at this point. You know what I mean?
Can Kyla, Daddy loves you very much. Yes, I have a twin boy and girl. They're 6.
I don't have any other questions.
All right. So, is she someone that's your type?
Oh, definitely. She's beautiful. Beautiful.
Let me bring you up here with us. Let's all come on up here. Come on up, y'all. Come on up. Okay. Any final questions between the two of you before we determine if we have a match? If you don't have one, that's okay as well.
I have one.
Sure.
So if someone who's close to you, someone you love, is upset, how would you deal with that? How would you handle that?
I would ask what the issue is. If the person doesn't want to speak, I believe in giving someone space until they're comfortable. And as soon as they're willing to open to me, I will drop whatever I'm doing so I can hear. And
I don't think she likes him, but
as best as I could, even if it's just positive affirmations.
I'll just go on the record saying I don't think she likes
I'm going
him.
to bring that to you to try and uplift you and help you.
Okay, so are you guys good?
I have one more question. Okay. Where do you currently live?
In the carnival capital, the greatest place on earth, Trinidad and Tobago.
Boom. God damn.
Ain't nothing worse than a smart dumb nigga.
So, fuck! Keep going.
I'm not sitting here saying I know. I don't know, but I know you don't know either, bitch ass nigga.
Bruh, you came on the Pod the Balloon show in Arizona from outside of the country. Unless you got money like that to where you gonna fly the girl in and out of the country, or you gonna come back and forth in the country, bruh. How you gonna go on a Pod the Balloon show and you don't even live in the country, bruh? Maybe it's me, maybe I'm picking the straws, but I just don't understand that.
Okay. Are you okay with that?
I'm willing to try.
Okay.
Excellent.
All right.
I don't have any other questions.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, let me ask my final question then. Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
It's a yes.
Hey, we got a match. I'll take the mic, and you guys can go on up. Get your
I didn't
lady.
see that
Make some
happening,
noise for
but-
them ladies.